Good evening. Are you all sitting comfortably? I've got a story now. I think Beth knows this one. It's about two little animals, two little creatures that live in the rainforest. There they are. An egg tumbled down through the leaves and branches and shattered into pieces on the rainforest floor. Out popped a fluffy creature with a bright blue beak and a curly orange tail. "Hello," croaked Frog, jumping out from behind a bush. "I'm a frog. What are you?" The creature looked confused. "Don't you know what you are?" asked Frog. Creature shook its head. "Then you can be my friend," said Frog. "I will call you Beaky. Come on, let's go for a walk." "Am I a frog?" asked Beaky as they hopped along. Frog laughed. "If you were a frog," he said, "then you would be able to hop as high as me and you wouldn't have those funny, fluffy flaps." "If I'm not a frog," said Beaky, "then what am I?" "I don't know," puzzled Frog in a Devon accent. "I've never seen anything like you before, but you must be something. Everything is something." Before long, they found Snake. "What's he doing?" asked Beaky. "Slithering," said Frog. "Precisely," said Snake. "It's simply splendid to slither." "You should try slithering yourself." "Yes, have a try," said Frog, for he wondered whether Beaky might be some sort of snake. So Beaky lay on the earth and tried to slither. Nothing happened. "Oh dear," said Frog. Snake laughed. "Too short," he said, and he slithered off into the trees. Beaky and Frog hopped to the river, where they found Fish gliding about in the water. "What's he doing?" asked Beaky. "I'm swimming," said Fish. "Come and join me, the water's lovely." "Good idea," said Frog, thinking that Beaky might be some sort of fish. "Try a swim." Beaky splished and splashed and flipped and flapped, but couldn't swim a stroke. "Oh dear," said Frog. Fish giggled. "Too fluffy," he said, and swam away. "Everyone knows what they are except me," sighed Beaky. Just then he had heard something singing softly far away. "Did you hear that?" he said excitedly. "Hear what?" said Frog. "Listen," said Beaky. "It came from up there." Frog looked up to the top of the trees. Then he heard it too. "Someone up there must be really happy," said Beaky, "to sing such a wonderful song. Do you think I could ever be that happy?" "Maybe," said Frog, "but not until we discover who you are." Then he had an idea. "Let's climb up there," because he's a tree frog anyway. "Let's climb up there," he said, "and see if we can find out." So up they went, but the higher they climbed, the more frightened Frog became. So Beaky had to go on alone. On and on he struggled all through the day and into the night until he could go no further. Quite a tall tree, isn't it? "Now I'm lost," cried Beaky, "and I still haven't found out what I am. Maybe I should never have left the forest floor. Maybe the song was just a dream." And with this thought he slept. Beaky awoke the next morning to the sound of a familiar song. Looking round, he saw, circling in the air, the most beautiful fluffy creature with a bright blue beak and curly orange tail. "What are you?" called Beaky. "I'm a bird," sang the creature, "a bird of paradise." "A bird?" said Beaky. "That's what I am." In his excitement he jumped and skipped, and dipped, and he strutted, bobbed, trotted, and then he tripped. Down and down he fell, crashing through leaves and branches, down towards the earth below. "Flap your wings," called the bird. "Flap your wings." Beaky opened wide his fluffy flaps. "My wings," he cried. "These are my wings?" And with a whoosh he began to fly, up past a tree where snake was slithering, down to the river where fish was swimming, back to the vine where frog was still waiting. "Frog," said Beaky, "look at me. I can't slither or swim or hop like you, but I can fly." At that moment, Beaky heard the singing once more, and it seemed to be calling him. "I must go," he said, "but I'll come back and visit." Then he flew up towards the treetops. "Beaky," called Frog, "you haven't told me what you are." "I'm a bird," cried Beaky. "I'm a bird of paradise." I'll show you the pictures. There's a bit of cuddling going on there. A little bit of cuddling, and there Frog's waving him off as he goes off into the sky. Isn't that lovely? What a lovely book. I didn't write this, of course. It's by somebody called Jez Olborough. Really nice story. Okay, that's your lot. Bedtime now. Good night.